Here's another late development, and this news keeps coming in as we're talking here.
So they beat the hell out of him. Heero went always saying that, but you know, shit like don't work.
Hey, every morning my back gives a little tick. Every time I hear that crack, it lets me know how much more days I got left.
What's your countdown? How many days you got?
I probably got like 300 left. I ain't been to the gym in a year. Oh man, I'm gonna be hurt when I go back. Every time I work out, it gives me an extra day. Yeah, I definitely took a break off on this one.
So I'm where you at now, Jeremiah, with the book.
What you mean? I'm at?
It's a little too real.
Too real. All right, let's. Is it just us? We waiting for anybody else?
I mean, did we tell? I mean, it was on Facebook, so if they was gonna join.
Yeah, I guess you got a point there. We ain't babysitting everybody.
Not every week. Okay.
Thanks, Camille.
She can't hear y'all. I'm mad as hell. No more waffles.
All right.
No more waffles.
So Black about to be in this bitch chefing it up for a little bit.
Yeah, chef for
crazy.
Shortcut. Where's our groups? Okay.
I don't know if I'm making waffles or pancakes just yet.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Hey, morning, everybody. Welcome to the Books and Beyond Mail Book Club. Back with the regular four, maybe final four, man. We got some stuff going on. We're gonna get some predictions on the final four, but as always, you're joined. I am your host, Heero. We have JB, Rob, and Black. Black has already informed us that there's no more waffles in the house. I repeat, there are no more waffles in the house. We have a new member of the 30 and Up Club. Shout out to Rob. And JB, status report. How many diapers have you additionally changed this week?
Man, lost count, bro. It's not like I said, having two kids is ghetto, man. And nobody tell you that part.
And our goal here today is to wrap up part 2 of the Blackman's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman, or as I like to call it, the book that gives you no answers. Yeah. We'll get into it.
You don't think she's
the whole time?
Hey, I read the whole book and she has yet to say this is the answer.
I was just gonna start with a clarifying question, like, hey, did nobody else have no answers? No
I thought pointing out all the problems was the answer. Don't do that. You know what I mean? That's like, it's simple. It's not like.
Well, then why would it be our guide to understand? We don't need the guide.
We don't need this book.
It's just. I guess it's just to show us what we thought all along.
It's like, man,
and
in all seriousness, like when you compare this book to like the Miseducation of the Negro, it told us our issues and then told us how to fix them. And that's what I was kind of expecting in this. But then, like, it was just a long laundry list of women you should avoid. And eventually,
we can't fix them. That's why I said read it before they do. So we can. It's just for us to understand them. It ain't say to fix them or do nothing better. Now we understand what's wrong with them. They ain't say fix them.
So we know Black is advocating for this book. But in reality, I want to see there's certain aspects of this book that it speaks truth to power, but it also does a really good job of pointing out the fault. I know there's a second part to this book, which is the opposite and negative of this, which is going to be the Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. So maybe there's a deeper resonance in there, but to be honest,
it's probably just gonna be another book about all our problems. So we need to read that to understand what we think, what they think is wrong with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't get it. But like, we'll get into this. I think we stopped at chapter 5, so we'll pick up at chapter 6. And chapter 6 was
Maybe some waffles.
Chapter 6 was the
the
guide to understanding.
What's up, Camille?
Wait,
Looking like your mama.
She don't look like her at all.
Yes, she do.
Communication is for chapter 6.
Communication, yeah.
So this right here, there's a lot of stuff that she says and almost contradictory in this step. Like it's shocking how her version of communication comes down to being dictated to versus having a conversation. I don't know if I was the only one to pick that up, but like she's telling you, like, you don't have a say-so in this house, but you should learn how to talk to your man. Like, wait, like, we got 2 married men in this room. How important is communication, Rob?
It's crucial. It's critical, man. I feel like for me, and it's difficult too sometimes, especially when you're going to knowingly talk about something that might hit a nerve. For me, what I found myself doing, and it's effective, it probably pisses my wife off. But if I want to talk about something, I literally jot down notes so I can kind of stay on track. And I try to avoid them pitfalls. It pisses her off though, because I have my phone up. But that's how.
Change the phone. Change the phone to 2 journals. Give her a journal. You get a journal. Y'all write down y'all shit. So that way it won't be. It could be a discussion instead of an argument. Like once it reaches off the fucking path of what y'all talking about, get rid of that shit. Like fucking, you know how you start a conversation with a woman, they bring up other shit, and then like, nope, ain't where we gonna be. Once y'all get loud, we take a break until we gather our shit to come back to it.
What about you then, JB? Like, what is the structure of a conversation?
Once you implement it, it's over. You can't change it.
Nah, it's a process, man. Like we've gotten a lot better with just our communication. I think it's even just an understanding of like just how to communicate with each other, because we both got different communication styles. So like understanding how certain things land one way or the other on what you say. So yeah, she was kind of off on this. Like I can't just say what I want to say. Like, where's she at? What?
So I had a once in a lifetime thing happen the other day with this new girl, with this woman I'm dealing with. She apologized for some shit she did, and then she was like, "I ain't gonna never do it again." Y'all ever experienced that?
But to your point,
never
like that's a
it again part, yeah.
Probably, yeah. Again, I've experienced the first one, but I'll never get the second.
But I'm saying, but that's new though. Like, remember how new it? Remember we was talking about that a while ago when the woman apologized to you. That was new. You were like, damn, women don't really apologize for shit. They all, you know, if you seen that little post I keep putting on everybody's shit with Goku being women and the fist coming at him being accountability, he just dodging them bitches.
Do you feel a big part of being able to communicate is understanding? Is there a tier level? Is there certain things that you don't expect your significant other to challenge you on in a conversation? Is that a closed door? Because in this book, like financials and how money is spent and how things are done or operated or the rearing of the child, it comes down to what the man says and nobody else. Like, do you feel like women don't have a say so, or is she really outdated in this?
I think no, because it was written in 1989, it's outdated to the times of new. Depending on how you want to be.
Updated version then.
No, I'm saying that's why I said depending on how you want to be. Because women want the old school relationship, but they kind of changed
some
that.
Women.
They say they want the old school relationship, but they want to keep out everything but being taken care of. So it's just like they want to not work, but they want to be able to say what they want to say and do what they want to do. And then if they do work, they want to use all their money for themselves. And then and then just have a say so and everything, so they can be arguing.
So they don't want to talk about the secret families and none of that?
Yeah, they don't want none of that. You can't do nothing that any of the old folks did but pay for everything. That's the only thing they want out of the old school thing. Like we gonna wiggle. I ain't gonna
like. So then, what's the level of the conversation? Like, okay, so what's everybody? Financials is a major. Financial literacy is a community wide thing. Like, when any girl I'm dating, she gotta have her financial mindset. Like, she can't just be out here saying, "Well, I got debt and I'm just paying it down as I can." It's like, well, do you have a structured settlement? Do you have an idea of how to pay this off faster? Do you really plan on spending? Like, so are these conversations you got to have? Like,
it is like if y'all both together, bro. I think it's always better for both of y'all to pay off all that together, regardless of who it is. If y'all plan on doing it forever, do that shit together. It'd be faster. Don't pay the minimum, pay extra, so you don't have to pay as much interest in the long run.
1,000%.
Nobody want to do that. They want to leave that shit on back.
Like you need to hurry up and pay the interest off first. Somebody was telling me about the principal. I was like, I didn't know if I had the chops to argue with them because I wasn't sure about it. But we got two people that deal with money a lot. Like, which one's more important, paying off the interest or the principal?
The principal, because it determines the interest.
What if the interest is locked in?
If you pay the principal off, it's paid off.
Yeah. So like if you just like, let's say you got a car note and your car note is $5,000, but you paying $500 a month. So you only paying $100 on your car. So you instead of just paying fucking that $400 in interest, you just pay fucking $800 in car note. Then you paying for it off. Then you instead of paying that over fucking 12 times.
Okay.
You know, as many times instead of paying $17,000 for that $5,000 car. Basically,
okay, so
you paying
when they lock the interest, that's the benefit to you to just pay off the principal. Because
when you say lock the interest, you mean the rate?
Yeah.
That's all they locking is the rate. Yeah, that's just the amount of the increase per fucking. What was it?
That down,
was it monthly or yearly?
It's
monthly,
yearly.
right?
No, this was.
No,
yearly.
I'm saying, but interest when it comes to certain
it's
shit, it might say
monthly.
yearly.
It's
it's calculated monthly.
Yeah, daily in some instances.
That's why you see postal workers with Range Rovers. I saw a chick with a Range Rover that was working at the post. I'm like, she knows, like really? Like I was riding down the street, like she just snapped. Because I know damn well you'll make enough for that. Yeah, that was the first thing my mama told me. Like, when you fucking start working, do not get no fucking foreign car.
I mean, she may have an old school relationship where her guy pay all the bills and her money is her money.
See, I feel like you shouldn't drive a Range Rover if you live in an apartment building with 40 other people. Like, when you go into those apartment building, when you walk into and then you got 56, 54, 52, 50, and then all the other apartments that, like, it's just a whole bunch of buildings connected. It's damn near like what's the name of New Jack City building?
I don't know.
Like the one on 47 off fucking Wabash. I'm not living in that driving the Range Rover. I gotta walk a half a block to get in my car, because when you got a building like that on one block, plus the other places, you damn near ain't gonna have
no parking lot. Yeah,
no parking lot. No,
so you gotta park your Range Rover a block and a half away, or you putting chairs fucking in the street in the summertime.
That ain't working in the summer.
Any situation where my car can be out and seen in public and not be secured at night. Like I was seeing like they're still in the copper bracings from underneath the car from alternators now. Because there's like a bunch.
He like them clubs been doing that since the 80s.
Niggas been taking everything. You come out and know how what they used to really steal, bro.
Y'all saw what they was doing All-Star Weekend in Atlanta?
Well, taking rims, leaving cars on Cinebrick. Yo, leaving cars on Cinebrick.
Hey, what's the name? Had the video. He that boy Funny? You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. He had a video. He just unlocked his car, opened up the thing, lift up the hood. He was like, "Take whatever y'all want, just don't break the damn windows." Like it's open, shit.
That's funny. Let's see. Chapter 7. Chapter 7 was an interesting one from the standpoint of family relationships. And I really like this one a lot because she clearly was speaking only from the American perspective, because for all her bravado and speaking on the traditions of Black culture, it's
of the Western way, though.
The Western way. And I just found it very strange. And this is where I had my biggest disconnect from her, because me being a person who knows my family background. I was raised in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man, and I was just able to like say like, man, you want to so badly establish a social norm for yourself without going to the source and doing research there, and then bringing that
wait
over here.
So you don't know her at all, right, Heero?
No, I don't know her at all, but like based on what she wrote in the book, that's all I'm saying. Like she's creating culture for the Western side, but I'm baffled to know that if she
just
has
pointing out
if she has this,
what's going on with the Western side.
No, I'm just saying, but if she has this knowledge of her roots, why not bring that into the book versus trying to metabolize the West? Like if you
she want to make her money, right? So you know she gonna have other books about other stuff. No, and she's been married the whole time. That's how you know. This how you can. That's why I rock with her, because the whole time she got all these type of books. She's been married to a man, so you know that she's practicing what she's preaching.
Oh,
as
for
far
sure.
As,
I don't doubt her. I don't.
She could be Derek Jackson out here, man.
She could be straight up.
but she, but ain't nobody look. Ain't nobody came forward with nothing for her in these past 30-some years. So, and if you see Hidden Colors, that's why I learned about her. That's when I started fucking with. I'm like, God damn, you know, she be spitting that shit. So when it comes to Hidden Colors, you got most of the people that be on that reel, and then you run into Dr. Umar where you learn about him. You're like, oh man, this nigga smart as hell. And then he on the Stacey Dash shit. You know how motherfucker preach what they want just to get what they could. Yeah. So now he finally fucking
donations.
So yeah, he the professional fundraiser, bro. That's what I call his ass, bro. He been doing this shit for the longest.
So then, and then this let me say, like, you know, if I married an American woman who was like brought up Western, straight up, nothing like that, and I brought it to her attention, it's like, oh yeah, when we have our first child, it's tradition for us to go overseas and have a naming ceremony. We will have 2 weddings, one over here, one overseas. And she's like, that. I'm like, I mean, all right, then I guess you're not the one. Like,
you think a American black woman gonna say no to 2 weddings, let alone one where they throwing money at her, and then she can fly overseas? You're like, oh, we can have 7, baby. You want to have 7 weddings?
Yo, but like, you think about the glory shots, but like, real talk, that second wedding is sort of a trek, because you got to make that like 1 mile walk with your loved one in the traditional living. There's no, it's like a third world country. It's a village. So it's like, you get that part, but then obviously the receptions at the fancy VGC island and all that stuff, and it's all glorified, but you got to go to the village where the motherfucking chicken's walking next to you and shit like that. So like humbling yourself to get to that point, you know, respecting traditions and things of that nature. And since and especially Rob, for you, since your household is a mixed household in the sense that, you know, you have Black and Latin households tying with that relationship. I was super curious to see like what parts of your traditions did y'all bring together, which parts did you leave out of respect for the other's person. Like, how did that work?
I feel like it's an interesting dynamic, because in the Hispanic, I guess, household, the man kind of works and a woman stays home, and my wife works. So it's kind of like where she's probably taking a bit of a step back from what's the norm in her culture. Mm-hmm. And we both just kind of march together on everything. Ain't no, I cook, we both cook. Ain't no, she wash clothes, we both wash clothes.
Interesting. And what about Black?
So wait. She's his, what part of what
she's Mexican.
She's Mexican. And normally they mama the women don't work.
Mom stay home. Nope. Yeah.
But that's at fucking, oh damn, that's right. Like all the Mexicans in the house work but the mom. The kids, the daughters, everybody work but the mom. So how they teach us work in the house, all the boys work in the house, but the mama don't. And the grandparents always stay with them. So you ready for that, Rob, to take care of the grandparents?
Oh yeah.
I think that's cool, bro. You get to learn Spanish and learn.
I feel like for both of us, I mean, speaking realistically, we are our parents' 401ks.
Yeah.
So
that's what I think.
Say that again, Rob.
We are our parents' 401ks.
Hey, that's such
For the
a
for the other
statement.
generation, a lot of people don't like. A lot of people didn't have retirement plans, especially Mexicans and Japanese. Well, Asian, not Japanese. My brother married to a I think Vietnamese woman, and that is their retirement plan. As long as all their kids get money and be rich, they come and stay with you. I think it's better that way too, though. That way you ain't got to worry about nobody fucking them up in the nursing home.
No,
you said you ain't gotta worry about what
people can't.
Hey, motherfuckers be fucking some old people up, bro. I don't like how aggressive they are. Especially like you know how aggressive they is with babies when they pull them out, right, Jeremiah?
Yeah, they is though.
That's how aggressive they is with old people on the regular basis. I don't like that.
Our last doctor wasn't aggressive with our second daughter, but our first
you
one.
had to pull him to the side, JB.
I was right there, bro. When they was,
bad,
I'm like, hold up, I'm like, calm the fuck down.
Yo, I don't know why people be thinking babies are so fragile, man. Like they be stubborn. They don't be trying to leave that warmth, man. They be like, you know what? I'm comfortable.
Look, don't yank my baby out. And then they lay him down and how they kind of wipe him off. Like, man, you better chill the fuck out.
Nah, he was delicate this time around. The first time around, we had a different doctor. I was trying to whip his ass. He just came in there, grab out some vice grips. Like, what the fuck? What is you doing? That's a baby.
Hey, when my baby came out, it was like 40 of us in that room, bro. So her mom was trying to take a picture. I had to push her ass out. Like, get the fuck out of the way. I get the first picture. She gonna say, you heard my mom feeling like, well, she shouldn't have got her ass in the way.
Hey,
I nudged the shit out of her, boy. It was like,
Black, that speaks to a thing. A lot of people be trying to have the first for you in your family, in your own family, and that's something I don't like. I don't appreciate. Like, there's this classic photo of this great woman, like, and her husband. They're coming down their first aisle, and it's gonna be their frame shot of them, their first appearance out of the church, being married. And all you see from the left side of the screen is somebody holding up a fucking camera phone, just ruining the shot.
Yeah.
Just for them.
See, that's why if I was cameraman, bro, I'll be.
We had no camera. My homie had no camera phones at his wedding, and ours was so far back he couldn't.
Oh, that's lit.
It wasn't in the way. But you
the way I would do, I would have security at my wedding. I'm gonna have security, aka my brother. So when your ass pull your phone out and you being aware of the cameraman, because I was real aggressive with that shit. My dad was up there trying to take a picture of my brother. I'm like, man, get the fuck. it's like, bro, we got a camera. You'll see the
No, but like I agree with Blake. We paid this dude.
You gonna get the picture later.
Yeah, we paid.
And it's gonna be better than your camera phone. He was using an Android.
Yeah. He's using a Nikon 700 XP. You using your fucking Android. Sit down.
with 8 megapixels.
Yeah.
Like you ain't never wiped off in your life, nigga. You been doing all type of extra shit. Nobody want them little ass pictures sent to the chat. I can't stand Android pictures, bro. They be thumbnail pictures, bro. How you send that?
Hey, that's how y'all pictures come to our phone too, man.
Nah, that's just because y'all purposely downgrade our shit because y'all don't.
Nah, no, it's just Android itself that downgrade the picture quality.
Okay, y'all can't.
When they send it, nah, we can send all time. We can send 3-hour videos in a message. Y'all ass gotta keep sending clips of 20 seconds.
That's only to y'all.
But I guess moving forward on this one, so we're all in agreement that we'd be fine having our significant others, parents, or even our parents. The goal for me is to have a basement split for both of them to come live wherever they want. So
my man came. I'm gonna have a back house.
Youngest sister. They're gonna live.
I'm gonna have a back house. That's the plan for me.
JB, you say you put them off to your sister?
My youngest sister, they can live with her.
So see, that's what I want. My next house is gonna be one of the houses with a real house, with a little side house or something like that.
See,
so
I'll
they can
be
just stay on
that. I think you would almost have to construct that because it's hard to find those type of houses now.
There's a lot of them in the city though, but I'm just gonna move out though and then build it. It can be right there, right next to the garage.
Mm-hmm. Or you know what would be a great little fixture? Those double townhouses connected.
Yeah.
Owning that, like house hack it. Have one side for a renter and then the other side for whoever family.
And then they gonna want to like put a hole in the wall so they can just scroll over. Just stay over there. You know what I mean?
But here's a great question: do they have access to the main house?
That's the thing. Like the doors will be open, but they're like they don't have to live there. Like we don't have to see them. They still feel like they're on their own, but we able to check in on them every now and again.
So you could have access to their house, but they wouldn't have access to your house.
No, I'm saying the doors are open. Yeah, the doors are open. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But if they come in and see us fucking on the couch, I mean,
you should not. This ain't your house no more. This ain't your house no more. All right, cool. Anybody else have anything like cultural differences that they might experience in these situations? No? All right, cool.
I feel like the interesting thing for me, when my wife figured out like how self-sufficient I was, it was more of a shocker as opposed to. That's what you kind of supposed to. You're supposed to know how to wash your own clothes. You're supposed to know how to wash dishes. You're supposed to know how to cook.
It does. Hey, and I'll say this: you want to turn your girl on? Do some housework. Just unsolicited. Just do some housework unsolicited. They'll come in and try and support you and help. I'm like, hey, I got this. Like, I'm good. I just want to. Can you come over here in the kitchen real quick? Can you come in the living room? I'm like, oh, okay, let's go. But unsolicited housework, easiest way to get it. But for chapter 8.
Hold on, what I was about to say is, if I can't find a building, I'm in a house with a house behind it. I'll just get a building and turn the whole building into a house.
You know, that is Black. You make a great point. That's something that they do in Nigeria quite often. They find an apartment building and make it into the family house.
The Mexicans do that now, but the black people, black and white people in the city, they do the opposite. They turn a lot of houses into apartments in Chicago. And pretty much every big city, they do that now. They turn out, like, you come down on the east side, a lot of those buildings that look like houses were houses. They just flipped the business, put another kitchen in there.
Interesting. Then let's push to chapter 8, shall we? And chapter 8 is about money. And this right here stirred up a lot of conversations, even amongst the people I was talking with all this week. Just flat out, separate or joint bank account, is that a thing in the relationship?
We got joint.
We have both. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking, like, we was talking about that at work and like with my lady. Like, I'm saying, like you can. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can have both and just separate certain money, but I don't see that. Like, I feel like if you can take care of the bills you're supposed to take care of, we don't have to split bills. Yeah, we can just, separate them. So I'll take care of this, and that. You take care of this, and that. We don't have to go half or 60-40 on bills when it's all going to be the same amount at the end of the day. Just pay certain bills.
All right. What about you, Rob?
We have both. So we have a joint account. She has her own thing. I think she got a few accounts, and I got a few accounts.
But and I guess like the part that kind of, what does the joint account pay for?
So when we got, prior to us accelerating our wedding, that's what all of our wedding funds are, as well as rent for X amount of months, as well as we just contribute to it monthly. So that's what the joint account is for. The separate account is my personal rainy day. And then she has a personal rainy day.
Okay. Hey, JB,
I'm thinking about doing like if I do have a real wedding, I'm thinking about doing like a GoFundMe family wedding, family and friends. Like, everybody put up what they can put up.
Y'all pay for your own plate.
Yeah. Not just like niggas gonna be putting $10 in there. But I'm saying like at the end of the day, I'm be like, the wedding costs this much. It's in this amount of time. Whatever y'all can help out with, we'll help out with. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna get like $100 towards my wedding from niggas. Because that's how it's gonna be. Folks gonna put up a cool $2. Like, I got $2 for that. I can cash out that any day. Like, but right before the wedding, I'm gonna update like these niggas, boy. And they gonna wonder where they even sit. And they gonna be sitting in some fucked up places at the reception.
Right, like the $250, bro.
Be like, do you want noodles? chicken or beef? And if they put $5 in, they can get shrimp in their noodles. They got a shrimp noodle package.
Not no real shrimp, just a shrimp noodle package. Yo, well then JB, explain what's the financial setup for y'all?
Yeah, all our shit is joint together because I just control all the finances. So
Well, I get, you know what, coming from you both are, and it makes sense. You both are money people. So like, even if I had if my was a CPA, I'd be like, yeah, she handles all the money. She actually knows what that shit does. Like,
Do y'all act?
I'm trying to get her to go get her CPA so we can, cause she a teacher. You got a lot of free time on your hands. Like, go get that shit. I don't know tax.
Wow.
What?
He's gonna throw that on the teachers. They got a lot of free time. Like she got homework.
I'm talking about on the summer.
During the summertime,
so then she ain't got to.
What does she teach in summer school? I don't know, bro. You just gonna do that to her like
she don't want to do summer
Black
school.
is the worst type of
so
feminist.
She could actually
like,
switch professions. So she could switch professions.
Bro, a troll.
Black is the worst type of feminist.
And keep that free time. That
I love teaching,
like
bro. So
she like her summers off, but she don't like the pay that a teacher get. And I'm like, go get your CPA so you can have that same time off, man.
Then what I was about to ask y'all, do y'all gotta do y'all ask each other? Like when y'all want to get some or what? How'd that go? You remember how Martin and Gina had that issue with that TV?
Nah, I won't have that issue. Nah.
So when she wants something, she just get it, but you say you control the finances. That's what I'm saying. Like
she wants something, she just get it. Like it's not
so what's the limit? Do you have a weekly budget?
we not out here just frivolously spending. So
no, I think Black is making a great point. Black, like, I feel like there's an understanding.
We don't have.
You know, like I'm saying, but that's now. But once she walked past one, they're like, God, leave them shoes. I saw some Givenchy shoes. I mean, some Giuseppe shoes. I'm buying just for my motorcycle. I ain't gotta ask nobody about that. And I saw some. I saw some shoes.
Okay, let's say I want to go buy.
But you know, I don't do that though. I don't spend like that either. But I saw these boots. I'm like, damn. But I'm looking for some motorcycle boots, and those popped up.
I wanted to go buy a PS5 though. Let's say I wanted to go buy a PS5, which I really don't. Like I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna
you
go
should though.
PS5.
It's amazing.
And then we look at the finances and make sure all the shit is still in line. Like we don't just spend frivolous.
So it's calculated spending. There's not
we don't
now like if you sitting on $1 million, okay.
I don't give a damn. Like, but
that's when I would give a damn more though.
It's like right now
I would give a damn more if I had $1 million rather than now with these thousands.
At that point we don't because at that point we don't because if we sitting on $1 million, we also doing what we supposed to with the rest of our money. So like if money's sitting there, like everything else has been really taken care of. So it don't really.
But being a finance person, you know not to just have money sitting there though, right?
No, it's not. But I'm saying if I'm sitting on
if it is sitting there,
right? If it is sitting there,
it's in a bag like Mayweather or something, because it shouldn't be sitting.
It's sitting there. Go ahead and spend it.
I feel like if I had a meal, I'd be doing some crazy ass CDs. I had like 17 CDs around this bitch.
I'd definitely get a seat on sit on a board of a bank. How much I'm having CDs? I'm like, hey, I want a spot.
Yeah.
Just because I'm gonna have like with every bank I can, it don't matter how little the amount that I make, but you gonna flip it. Like you're gonna make more money anyway. Even if people call me, they know it's Sunday and they know what time it is. But I'm just saying, I have to do a lot of CDs with credit unions though, because when I was in Navy Fed, bro, they CD was off the chain.
But no, we look at our financial goals like. I look at them every month, every week, and then we kind of sit down every month and sit down. So you're just easy to accomplish with two incomes than one.
So do y'all have? Hell yeah. Do y'all have a different discussion around the quarterly mark? Do y'all have fucking?
We have a year. Like at the beginning of the year, we sat down like what our goals was, and then I just kind of keep sitting in front of it. And
then when you got the goals, how y'all set it?
With this baby shit that kind of messed up, so I'm gonna have to redo the whole little.
I mean, y'all knew y'all was having a baby before the year.
You just don't expect the spending. Like it's just different spending that you just don't unexpected spending.
I mean, like nigga, so do what all men do. Go
sound
to the
like
store.
A disappointed uncle. Relax, Black.
When it comes to kids, I go to like when my baby was a baby boy, I go to children's place and just grab everything her size: shirt, top, panties, socks, every shirt, every pair of pants. A bunch of socks, and I leave the store. She had so much shit as a kid, bro.
That's the problem.
Man, it's cheap. Children's place.
We need this shit, and just having time to go to the goddamn grocery store. Shit.
My brother brought me some shit from Burberry when my baby shop. I'm like, nigga, take that back and grab a whole bunch of shit for that. I'm like, that ain't my baby gonna be wearing the motherfucking Burberry. So ain't gonna be no once a year on her birthday. She gonna be in motherfucking Gucci and shit like these kids. Like, man, what y'all?
Bro, been on one today. You been throwing shit at him.
She gonna have some nice H&M or some nice Zara or something, but we ain't gonna fake it.
We ain't gonna fake it.
Keep it real, Black, and don't you ever change.
Black, so, bro, you said people who live in the project shouldn't wear nice things?
I lived in the projects. We want nice things, but our parents made money. So see, where you live don't count on.
But you said the Range Rover though.
Yeah, the Range Rover.
Yeah, but if you live in the projects, you don't have a Range Rover. You
shouldn't buy no foreign car at all.
It depends on who you is in the project. No, I'm just saying, like, if you ain't a known motherfucker, like you just come out like nobody barely know you got a Range Rover, you ain't gonna have a Range Rover the next day. But folk niggas can have a Range Rover because they'll kill you when you touch their car. And you got security. The project's different, bro. The project cribs wasn't even like, we had parking lots. Niggas are park on the lane. So if you was real, if you was that nigga, you parking right in front of the building. Nobody want to fuck with your
move
shit.
Their cars.
It was a better community though than these, because people on these blocks don't even talk to each other. They don't know their neighbors.
That's facts.
Yeah.
So you don't know who might steal your car because you don't know who's still on the block. You know who's still in the fucking project. So I got me a bike yesterday from my next door neighbor. He got a little thrift store around the corner because he feeds the neighborhood and shit like that. So I was riding past. I'm like, let me stop at this thrift store. I said I was gonna always stop over because I was looking for some shit. So I stopped. I see this crackhead with 2 bikes. I'm like, damn, that's some nice bikes. I need a bike like that to ride. But you sell those? He's like, no. So I pull over, get out. He took the bike in the thrift store because another crackhead stole a bike. So that's how I'm getting around to why the community like this over here, they talk to each other. Neighbors know each other. They work together. The dude next door to me, Tom, the one who take care of the community, shit like that, the neighbors bought him a minivan for his house and then a big moving van, like a big truck just for his business. And, when he taking care of the kids, doing stuff for the kids and shit like that. But the crackhead took the bike from another crackhead that stole the bike from him. Was like, yeah, man, he stole his fucking bike from Tom. You don't steal from Tom, So if I people took that bike, like, see, now you know the thieves, even the junkies, they gonna look out for you when you take care of your community. But now, most people don't talk to their neighbors. Nobody know who lives next door. Mother be living next door 10 years, and all they know is what car you drive. and sometimes you dress nice. He be snapping over there.
It's a sad existence, but yeah, community is a major thing that we constantly working on, and we got to get better at. Chapter 9 is super interesting. We talk a little bit about the housekeeping, and I think we already talked about this in depth. Like, housekeeping is a together type thing. I don't really understand like where like this is. I think this is an old adage way of thinking. Like, as men today, we got to know how to do certain things.
Hey.
But again, though, when it comes to these women, these old school relationships, you gonna want to be at home, you're gonna want to not work, but you ain't gonna want to clean up. So I'm coming home after working all day to clean up. Out of your mind. Out of your mind. Like, I'll take the trash out or something, but if I'm coming home and there's dishes in the sink, I'm gonna be sick.
So you talk about a suit like a old school thing. Yeah, I feel like there's
because that's what she's speaking on throughout the whole book. Like, really, like, she wants women, like, how she was saying is basically how she wants women to be more ladylike women, but fucking if you do work and then maybe you do. I feel like she's
talking about do you feel this is treatment that belongs to only high value men? Like, if you are working at McDonald's, you don't deserve this treatment. Like,
how come? If you paying all the bills that McDonald's check, he might be manager at McDonald's. What's a high value man?
She talked on it earlier.
This ain't what's his name? Spencer?
Kevin.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody following somebody without a plan.
We talking about the old school high value man, the man that work. That's a high value man. Any man that's working to take care of his shit is a high value man. But see, his high value man is a man that's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
So because they say men that make a lot of money work a lot.
No, absolutely.
So if you working a lot, like y'all niggas work a lot, and y'all taking care of a woman that ain't that cute. That don't want to do nothing. Like, if you ugly with an ugly attitude, it's just like, am I with a retarded person? At this point, this bitch like she got Down syndrome. Like, you
Bro gonna get me too, man. He better be careful. He better be careful.
I don't make enough money. That's what I was saying. Like, I can say what I want now. But fucking, I don't make enough money to be me too. Bitch gonna be upset when they try to sue me.
Bro said she gonna be practicing.
She gonna be
so
upset.
Then what's it look like for you and your household? I mean, the situation, everyone's significant other here works. So obviously you guys then split and share things, but I'm more curious to know what is designated to be more of a man type household job, because me personally,
nothing but the trash. Nothing but the trash is a man thing.
Trash is
and fixing things that break. Fixing things that break.
Yeah, everything else is everybody thing, but YouTube can help you fix some shit that break. Cause a lot of times,
bro say his girl text him say something broke, he gonna send her YouTube link.
Another one chore that I specifically enjoy doing that I take. I don't know, it's like super therapeutic for me is vacuuming. I really
come here.
Hey, look, man, you
mute his ass. You the host.
You know what? You damn right.
My bad.
Right. The thing that's funny for me is just like I enjoy vacuuming, so like I do like, and it's kind of funny because I don't have that much carpet in my house anymore, but I do have like these special rugs that I just every Saturday I bring out I got the little one that cleans it. It soaks it up, man. I'll be out there and I'm just therapeutic about it. And I know there's one girl who would just constantly look at me and be like, I could help you do that. I'm like, nah, this is a me thing. So what? And this is me time. My dad had a similar chore, and my dad's thing was his garden. And for the life of me, I ain't never seen my dad do nothing with greens other than eat them. And for him to sit there for hours at a time planting them, like mixing the soil, getting advice on the internet, and like that was the first time I saw him actually Google some stuff for research. So what is that one task that you have that it might seem like a woman's job, but you don't mind doing it?
The laundry. Like I do the laundry all the time. Like all the time. Like I don't know.
And for me, that's my thing too, because of what I do. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have nobody washing my shit with they shit to fuck up nobody's clothes. So my work clothes would be separate from whoever. But the thing is who I fuck with, she real fucking she's like has a cleaning phobia. So that's the best thing about that, because I ain't gonna be doing shit.
Does OCD?
What about you, Rob?
My thing is, and it's a ritual. It's kind of funny that they make fun of me on Fridays because I typically work pretty late Monday through Thursday, sometimes Saturday, Sunday too. But on Fridays, I kind of close down, shut down shop for the day, go into the bathroom, throw my music on, and just clean. Start in the bathroom, clean the whole house. Just leave me alone.
Got to.
Hey Rob, is that My Baby Love You? Is that the song you play when you clean up? Leave me alone.
What's that?
You know that song?
I know that song, but I don't know the name of it.
Nobody knows who sang it.
Yeah,
I don't know who sang it.
We not the age of the people who kill fuck about one hit wonders.
All right, and now I think the chapter 10, which is going to be the most significant one for all of us here, is raising the children. This one was kind of strange to me because she talks a lot about like, what if the child looks exactly like the husband and how spiteful she is. So I just want to kind of detract from that. Look, guys, this book was gutter trash in my opinion. When we'll get into that, but just like to push this topic forward.
But I like it.
The book that the part that I want to kind of speak on is what aspect of each part of this book do you feel is most impactful to your gender? There's this broadish belief that men should teach their children how to be manly, but like, what if you have all? It's not a broadish.
So, that's the only thing you can teach. That's the only person who can teach a man to be a man.
I don't think that's true, though. I don't think that's true.
But it ain't got to be what you think.
I mean, but we have women that raise men, and they become.
Yeah, but they don't. Yeah, they learn how to be man outside. Like, okay, if it's a woman raising a man,
you're not about to take that away from a single mother who raised.
That's why I'm gonna take away from them, because they working all day.
No, so they not. I mean, but they make it work. They make it work.
You're not wrong. He not wrong, because I grew up in a single parent household, and my mom, like he said, my mom worked 2 to 3 jobs all the time, so I was home, and me and my siblings were home a lot alone.
Yeah, but
So
is
hey,
the exception,
we had
is the
men
exception,
like
is
my
the
sister's
exception the
father,
rule?
because my father was killed. We had men like my sister's father who would come in. Hey, as a man, you supposed to take the trash out. When you go to the gas station, your mama don't pump gas, you pump gas.
Big cousins,
No,
the
I'm
niggas
not
on the
saying.
corner. You
I'm
get
not saying
raised
that
from outside when
everyone's
you in a
exception is not
community
the
like
rule,
this.
but I'm just saying there are people out there that women did raise their child up to be a man. It is possible. I'm not saying
They
it's
just raise them, bro. They teach them the core values of what they know. But
so
becoming a
then
man,
is
you learn
becoming a man just
outside.
part of is being a man or being an adult in one and the same. Almost that's the point I'm trying to get to.
No. Because how many of these little gay boys you see that got
So
single
wait.
mothers?
You're
And all sisters.
nah. I'm not gonna
And
let
no
that ride.
father
Nope.
Black
Nope.
about to
I'm
make
not gonna
this.
let
This
that
will go
ride, Black.
viral because of
I'm
Black.
not gonna.
You got
I'm
to
not
come
gonna
with a
let.
5 tagline.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let that go. Like you're insinuating that a single woman raising a man he'll end up being gay. That's totally false. We know
I
that's
didn't
to
say
be
that.
false.
I said how many do you see? I didn't say all of
You're
them are like that.
insinuating it, so I can't
No,
let that
you
ride.
insinuating. Don't be thinking. See,
You're
that's
not
what we
insinuating
talking
that.
about. That's what I be talking about. Like the Bible, niggas be always want to interpret shit. It's written one way. Ain't no interpretations.
All
I'm
I'm
gonna say
saying
it
is,
one way.
then say okay. Then say it the way you want it to be understood. Black, say it.
I said I said like women raise feminine men.
So
Even if they ain't like I know a lot of feminine dudes that ain't that fucking that got raised by their parents and around all girls. You get a lot of feminine men that way, so you get a lot of good traits from women. But when it comes to being a man, you can't get that, bro. You get that. Everybody get raised pretty much from outside when they have single parents.
I don't see that to be true, but I mean that could be your truth. But
you ain't got no single parents, bro. You came African household. Your father was there, but he wasn't there all the way. But he was there.
I mean, he was there for me.
Exactly. But you get raised by a woman, bro. Any black people you know that got raised by women, bro, they act different towards women. And they have bad fucking relationships with women. You got to learn that shit on your own.
That's too generalized. That's way too generalized. Like
no, even the women who get raised only by women without their fathers should have bad relationships because they don't know how to do it. That's what we talked about that shit before. Like fucking, where are you learning to have these skills that you are expected to have when you become an adult?
One parent is capable of teaching both sides. So let me throw this out there. Could two men?
Hours in the day is what he's saying. It's not possible. Like I was gonna actually raise that question with all the shit she's saying in the book, and my wife work. It's literally impossible for me to sit back and just watch her cook and clean and do all the housework, and like it's literally impossible for her to get that shit done with kids. So if you're a single parent, it's not enough time in the day to rear children
and provide for them. And you doing one or the other. So you're gonna be Uber Eats raising these damn kids. That's why a single dad can't do the same thing.
I don't think.
And you can't even do it. Like you can't even do it as two working parents.
Like you can give them good tendencies and a lot of good things, and you can spend time with them. But a lot of that time is also spent with them figuring out shit by themselves
or with other people outside. Just like
around. Like my parents were separated for 2 years of my life. That's a part of my life I don't really talk about but it was a lot different. My dad wasn't there no more. My mom got to work. A lot of shit changed for us, and he came back, and everything went back to the way it was. But I saw it for a short period of time. Like my mom wasn't there the way that she was afterwards. When my dad came back, she was at every game, everything. She didn't miss nothing.
But you can't do that when you gotta provide for a kid. You can't take care of them when you gotta provide, because providing becomes the loan is the main thing. So now you gotta depend on them to kind of pick stuff up on their own. You just tell them to do stuff. Basically, how you got drug dealers that live with their mama. Their mama never. Larry Hoover mama did not know he was running the fucking game. And that's the thing. Now when she sees, she's like, damn, I didn't raise him to be like that. Because you ain't really raised him.
They do always say that shit. Like I didn't raise him.
That can't be my baby.
Nobody ever understand that about their
mama say that shit all the time. Like
a lot of killers are the nicest, most charming people in the world. Mm-hmm. You go home to your family, that's what you are. And then you get all the old people love you. But then you like, why are these kids so scared of him? Because he killing their friend. But nah, that couldn't have been him. He is not like that. I was watching that old interview with that black dude that had the fucked up health out, that little white girl. She came out the house and she was like, "It was girls in that house. I didn't know that." And then Mike Epps played that shit.
Now, I think all value points. It's definitely a struggle for sure. So I definitely hear, but I ain't want Black to be out here trolling, trying to get our podcast canceled out here. So
hey, look, they love Kevin Samuels, bro. They would love us because we got all aspects. We ain't just on one sided. He pretty much one sided on motherfucking. You ain't about to bring your ugly ass over here with 7 kids and be with no rich nigga. That just ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be. Everybody ain't gonna be Russell Wilson. People want to cancel him because they canceled Derrick Jackson. Like, y'all out y'all mind, nigga. That's a good dude. If anytime a man want to be a good man, you don't cancel that. Him or if they were talking about him and Pat Poose. Like, them are two of the best prime examples for men. They doing their shit. Ain't no LeBron James, they doing their shit. You ain't no fucking, no backstories of them doing nothing crazy outside their relationship or treating their women bad.
Wasn't Derrick Jackson a cheater before he got with his wife though?
Man, he was, bro, that's the thing. Like, he was giving all his advice. The girl came out, like, a lot of those videos, he was sitting in front of my house. He took the pictures.
Yeah.
He was on his way to cheat or coming from cheating every time he was talking about niggas cheating.
You know what somebody's saying, and it's super crazy.
He used it for inspiration. He used it for inspiration. Is what he told his wife.
When he reported, like when he was talking about, he said Derrick Jackson wants to report that he has been cheating, but I am working. He has split personalities. I believe when he goes to cheat, he is Derrick Jackson, but when he gets back out done cheating, he turns into himself and he wants to make this video to make himself feel better. Like, this dude is a coping mechanism, a walking coping.
He's a narcissist, bro.
It's narcissism at its most.
Hey, bro. If you know, right? Yeah, if you know, no, she's one of them crazy people. So right,
she
goes to this
suffering
church,
from
right?
Beauty and the Beast, Stockholm.
You remember that church that fucking that dude was getting the oral sex demon out of the woman? You're like, oral sex demon. She just right there like oral sex demon. Like, fit that come out. Oral sex demons in church. And then they have panned over on the camera, bro. They have panned over on the camera. And Derrick Jackson was right there, bro. That's where he met his wife, at one of those churches with them fucking crazy ass people. So I'm like, that explains who she is, bro. And then I saw that video of her talking about, this is not a bonnet. This is a helmet of salvation and shit like that. Like, come on, man. You come from that crazy ass church.
Yo, when people start using religion to defend bad actions, you just know it's over. The argument's over. So, I mean,
you don't have to do that to me. Jesus is gonna, like, he had to
you like, with that. We'll talk about
he
Derrick
married
Jackson.
A complete fucking idiot.
Yes. But to wrap this shit up,
he was right in the book, Heero. The book was good.
The book is trash.
And to an African who don't really know about these struggles of being a black motherfucker.
But on all right, then rate it like on a scale of 1 to 10. What do you give the book?
It does tell some truths, though. I will say, it tells a lot.
But the thing is, the way she made it so that it's gonna be true to it. She gave you a list of 90 things. So you be like, okay, that's true. That's true. Okay, I've seen that. And then if 10 different men read it, they be like, okay, I've seen that and that. And you be like, I ain't see that, but I see that. So she made sure she left everything in there. But it was just more so pointing out the bad shit about certain women. But like, I want to see the good book about women. Like, if she gonna say some good things about women that are good, because she kind of mentioned them, but the main focus was understanding why a lot of broken women are broken. And it really points out to me why the black family is broken, period, because that happens on both ends. It ain't just the women. That's why she was able to write that other book, probably, because it was like, the men are learning the same bad shit. Your mama telling you ain't shit by pointing that out how men ain't shit. If your mama saying men ain't shit all the time, and you know you're going to eventually become a man. So now you know, shit, I ain't shit. Now, you know, I'm expected to do this or that, and then fucking your mama mess with a bunch of men, and everybody tell you mess with a bunch of women. That's what you think is cool. Uncle have hoes. I might have hoes too. Your uncle ain't shit, but you think your uncle cool as fuck. He got all these bitches. It's bad for both the community. Like Chris Rock was saying, like, you as a kid, you love unconditionally, but once you become a man, that shit over with. And the only women and kids I love unconditionally. Once you become a man, your ass is looked at totally different.
Well, then what about you, JB? What do you give it?
Nah, it was a good book. I think
I don't know if it deserved a rating though.
Yeah, it was a good book. It was too drastic on some ends, but I think some things was kind of spot on.
But I look at that because of the 80s, like
yeah.
But then like the drugs is what tripped me out when I was listening to it. I'm like, nah, it ain't like that. But then I got on, talking to motherfuckers like, these bitches are really doing drugs. And they was doing lines when I was in high school. Like, y'all really hang with niggas like that. Like, y'all really was doing this type of shit. Y'all doing all type of drugs. Now they have pills, lines, fucking. it's meth and the pills they take.
They're not doing them drugs, bro. They doing.
You seen that video? Old girl, she popped that pill. She was talking on the porch. She's like, I was like, God damn, bitch. And then she was like, what was I at? She's like, I'm tripping. Like, you bogus as hell. And y'all just think that shit cool. Who uploads that video?
What else, JB?
Nah, I wanted to see more like solutions and ways to get through it, but I mean, some of the stuff like we talked about in the last book, like my wife was raised by a single mom, so having never seen marriage before, I was raised around marriages with my parents, and then one of my closest uncles that was close to me, we spent a lot of time together. He was married as well, so I got to see it a lot. So we talk about that stuff. And I think
you gotta be willing to talk
about it. Black. Wait your damn turn.
I'm just agreeing with what I'm saying. You gotta be willing to talk about it, because a lot of us ain't willing to talk about shit.
Talk about it. That's part of it. You got to be willing to talk about it and see like, okay, this is what I want versus this is who I am, and being able to recognize that.
Rob? A lot of shit. Go ahead, Rob. A lot of shit. We just ain't the shit.
I think this may be unpopular opinion, I think this book was great. And I say that too, because the book did what it was intended to do, spark a conversation.
No, that's definitely a fact. I'm being overly harsh on the book. There's definitely signs and symptoms I've seen in this book that made me say, man, that's something to look at. But I think I lean towards the side of how would I help this person? And I think that's where my nature goes to, is I was so eager to figure out, like, okay, so this person has this issue. How do I help them? And me not getting those answers kind of made me feel like I was just waiting constantly.
Ain't no help for him though.
Hey, because it's help for him. It's help
There's
for him.
Help for there has to be.
What I was thinking about what he was saying is
only help.
Remember the Alchemist?
Being in a relationship and being willing to recognize that you need that you're not right. Otherwise,
eventually you come to terms with yourself, but it might be late as hell.
You're just gonna be old.
But eventually you come to terms with yourself. But remember, in the Alchemist, Heero was ready for the end of the book, doing the first chapter. Like that's what he on with this book. Like he really was
like science.
He reading the book really trying to figure out what the fuck is the way to fix it. Heero don't never just read a book for a book.
Hey,
stop being a doctor, my nigga.
Like
read the book.
That's the doctor in me. Get the answer. Get the answer.
Like, how do we fix this shit? Nah, nigga, just read. We reading for the. Hey, but we got to talk about what's next before we go.
Next? All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate you guys joining us for the Books and Beyond Mail Book Club. As always, your host, Heero, JB, and Black with Rob. He had to jump off real quick, but just a quick note, we're going to be doing the run sign-up link for the TF North 24 miles in 24 hours. Sign up if you want to run, if you want to join up in that. It's May 7th through May 8th. The link is in the description below. If you don't want to run and you just want to, donate to a great cause, help these kids get into college, feel free to donate from that sign-up link. All donation links are in the description below. And anything donated to our affiliate links will be all the proceeds will go to that 100%. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Take care of yourselves.
If I say it,